being Black is stressful, but inner peace is real.
We're creating a safe space for real talk about Black stress and how we manage it.
We do it because we love ourselves, we do it because we love you, and we do it because we love being Black.
Hey, welcome to Mindfulness for the Culture.
Oh, hit it. Oh, hit it. Hit it. Hey, go. Because you was going in. You better get me lit. Come on now. It don't take but a little bit.
It don't take but a little tiny bit. A little tiny bit
Just
for
a bit.
you.
That's it. That's all.
Just a little tiny bit.
Mm.
Hey family, Sonia Russell, co-founder and CEO of Special Sauce.
King David Lee Walker Jr., co-founder and chief strategy officer of what Special Sauce.
Ridiculous.
Right.
We are here, though, family, to talk about gratitude. It's the season. 'Tis the season for gratitude. And it is a beautiful day in Oakland.
Wonderful day.
Beautiful day in Oakland. We're here under my persimmon tree. Her name is Priscilla. And for all those people who think Oakland don't have no seasons.
We got seasons.
But it's leaves all over this backyard. You want to come?
It's yellow ones. We have yellow ones, and I'm not going to try to call out the other colors. Because
why did we even have to go down that path?
Because I can see the yellow
The
one.
leaves are falling all over. It's funny because I used to think, oh, if I have a house, it's going to be so much more gratifying to rake my own leaves. It's going to be it's not any
Changed, huh?
more gratifying.
Real
It's
quick.
still just damn leaf raking. But I love this tree because her shade in the summertime is beautiful. And I have lots of friends who love persimmons. They're not our favorite fruit, but our friends love them. And our wildlife, there was squirrels out here,
Just
and
kicking it.
crows, and the hummingbirds, and the biodiverse ecosystem of my backyard.
Well, you better drop. Come on now. Come on for the ecosystem diversity popping out here in Oakland. Let's go. All right, so gratitude.
Oh, yes. Gratitude. We're talking about gratitude.
The quality of being thankful,
Yes.
readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness.
Yes.
Also known as the law of circulation.
Come on, all of it. All of it. Gratitude
So-
is a divine multiplier.
Gratitude and celebration.
Show enough.
Mm-hmm.
Show enough. And we feel like it's important for us to make sure we bring that up because it's 'tis the season. So we're coming up on Thanksgiving, and gratitude's important to us. And in fact, it's one of mine, I know one of your core
What?
gratitude,
What?
mindfulness practices. Right? Every day.
It's the get down.
Every day. It's the thing, the last thing my daughter does before we say I love you before she goes to bed. She stops and tells me what she's grateful for.
That's right.
That's how we get down with gratitude in our lives. Yeah.
Gratitude journal I keep.
Yes.
I write down 3 things I'm grateful for
Sure enough.
each day before I go to bed. And not just what I'm grateful for, but why.
Yes.
Why I'm grateful for it. Because I know that in my own spiritual journey, my understanding is the things that I show gratitude for most often show up in my life with more frequency.
Yes, amen.
So the things that I'm really appreciative of and really grateful for, I make sure that I make it known to myself and to whatever the resource or the outlet is for the thing. I like to share that gratitude because for all intents and purposes, I want to share my appreciation, and I want to invite more of whatever that was in my life.
Right.
So
Right. Amen.
I'm gonna be grateful. So this week,
Yes.
we talk about how, our commitment to this divine purpose known as Blackfulness and on a larger scale Special Sauce.
Yeah.
The more we're engaged with the work or with the offering, the more opportunities show up.
Right. Right. Sure enough.
And the experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we talked about some things that we were navigating, some
Right.
growing pains and some opportunities and
Sure.
the humanness of mindfulness and the importance and the value of intention setting and, even when we're not feeling like doing something, moving beyond our taste buds and right, and moving into doing what we know is ours to do, and then watching the unfoldment of what happens as we lean into those things with discipline.
Right.
Which gives us things to be grateful for,
Right.
and leads us to what we're talking and sharing with the people today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, what's interesting is that there's so many opportunities to be grateful. And a lot of times we want to lean into the gratitude for just the stuff that was fun,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just the stuff that we enjoyed, just the stuff that brought us joy, but there's some gratitude, like the gratitude for the situation we were having before, with really kind of feeling like it was going to derail us in some way, and having the realization that what it gave us was an opportunity to step back, check in on whether or not we were coming correct in our intentions, and self-correct, right? Like figure out where we needed to do things differently. And I'm grateful for that, right? Like that's an important lesson to learn, because you don't want to be out in these streets all unchecked, willy-nilly. Right, exactly.
Just wrong.
You know, and yes, exactly. And I know for you, brother, like respect is a core value.
100%. 100%.
So we want to make sure we are bringing the proper respect.
Yeah, we're respecting your stuff.
Right, exactly.
Respecting ourselves and our stuff, and we're respecting other people's stuff. So 100%.
Yes.
And you know, the opportunity to show great gratitude and appreciation for the things that are not tangible.
Right. Sure enough.
So we 100% this week have some tangible things to be grateful for.
Yes.
And some things that are not tangible that are bringing so much gratitude and so much magic into this experience. You know, one of them. Well, you know what? Let me go back to the core. The people.
Yeah.
The people. The family. Like just grateful for our people.
It's been so good.
Our
y'all.
team. Our core team.
The love is real.
Our advisors. Folk are giving of their time, their talent, their treasures, their hearts, their willingness, off the strength of believing and trusting in this vision that is being birthed through us. That we're the right ones to carry this vision out.
Right.
And that the vision is the thing. And it's the right thing. Like that's big.
That's so big.
That's
so big.
It's so amazing.
It's so amazing. And I'm great. There it is. I'm grateful for that trust, for that vote of confidence, like all the things that come with that.
Yep.
And for, being at a time where every single person that we have that's either on our core team or part of our advisory team has a full life. Like beyond
understatement of the year.
The fact that they are willing to even give us a sliver of their time is profound, right? And so there's something there that so much like kind of lifts us up, right? It kind of balances us out and has people. It makes a difference to have people that believe in you. Like
it makes a huge
thing, right?
Look,
like it's a huge thing to be moving in the world, feeling like you have some people behind you going, yep, it's okay, yep, we see you, yep, we got you, get there, we believe in you. And that is huge. It's huge. And there's a weight that comes with it, right? There's not, and I'm not trying to make it seem like it's problematic. I'm simply offering that it is a thing, like that we don't take it lightly.
No,
that we don't take it lightly. It's important to us because we respect what they're offering.
We do.
We do not take it lightly. Yes, exactly so.
So we have our team, our advisors, and then y'all know that we literally just started our fundraising efforts officially last week, and there's so much gratitude for just starting that process.
Right.
And that within a week's time, there are so many things to be grateful for, right? The first one being that there are folk who are actually interested and have already started to show up,
right,
in their willingness to invest. I am very, very happy about where we are in our fundraising efforts, having just released this opportunity to our friends and family.
Right.
And it only has been a week. Right. Like, you talk about that balance and what it means to... It's one thing for people to say, hey, you know what? We really value and appreciate what you're doing. But for folk to put skin in the game,
yes,
put their money in to invest in us, like that was like a super duper recharge for me just to see that happen. Absolutely. At whatever level.
At whatever level.
Every gift meant that it was for me those investments are each one of them is a thumbs up saying yes, you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing, and we're with you.
Yes.
And I'm super grateful for that. And I'm going to go back to my initial reasons. would like to have more of that.
Yes.
In our experience.
Yes, absolutely.
With Blackfulness and special sauce.
Yes, I want to see it multiplied 100%.
You've stated it, so it's already happening.
That's right.
There's no other choice.
That's right.
People. On top of that, so we sent out 300 plus personalized.
So many
text messages.
So many notes and outreaches. Yes.
And
yes.
One of those outreaches led us to an opportunity with a potential investor that has been on our list, y'all.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I do. You know, what's amazing is that David and I are very consistently, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm kind of mildly distracted by the crazy amount of wildlife that's happening right now in my backyard.
It's a squirrel
like the
over
squirrels
there.
are over here like digging around, and the hummingbirds are like dive bombing. I don't know if they want some fresh nectar or
a bluebird.
There's a bluebird. Just there's little birds popping around in the tree. It's beautiful.
Leaning into the noise of life.
Yes. So I think that David and I frequently talk about intention and what it means to really stay grounded in that, and to really move from that place, to really move in an energetic of I'm trusting what I've set out to do. I'm trusting that that I'm being guided in the right direction. And I think so often we're allowing ourselves to be guided in the ways of ease and grace and trust.
Yep.
Right. And so we have these opportunities of we're gathering lists. We're creating. I did Founder Gym. Right. I did Founder Gym, a program that allows you the opportunity to come together in a cohort. The cohort I was in was 75 Black women entrepreneurs from around the world, and to learn how to get in sort of the VC game, giving us the tools, the language, the resilience that it takes to be in fundraising. And so one of the things that we have, one of the outcomes of that is that we're also kind of putting the list together, right? Who would be our partner? Because we're not just saying everybody, right? We don't, all the money ain't the money we want, right? There's some very specific people.
Can you say that one more time, please? One more time. One more time.
All the money ain't the money we want.
That's
like
right.
there's specific money that we want to have access to. And so we created a list of the companies and the investors who aligned with us, who had some sort of life alignment, mission alignment, spiritual alignment. And this organization was on that list.
Yep.
And just by being present, like, because we are just now kicking off, we said just now kicking off in our fundraising efforts. So we haven't got to the level where we're actually reaching out to VCs yet. And to have just our regular outreach, our organic knowing of people, the relationships that we've built, bring it back to people on that list specifically.
Yep.
It's profound.
That we mentioned last week that commitment and the things that we say yes to don't always feel good. Like, we don't always want to do them. And let me speak from the I. And when I know it's the right thing to do, I'm gonna push through. And we did that with the event last week with Afrotech, and we are still seeing the residual of moving.
Right.
Of moving, we say quickly, calmly, and confidently, leaving no stone unturned.
That's right.
And the leaving no stone unturned part is where we reached out to those folk that we have personal connections with to send them outreach. And that outreach led to us having the opportunity to not only have the person from this organization personally invest in us.
Yes.
And offer us their time so that they can consult with us on how to position ourselves for our next round.
Right.
Like you tell that, I mean, we couldn't have set that up any better.
Right.
Like that was only something that could fall into alignment as we are doing what we are supposed to be doing.
Exactly so.
This
Exactly
appointed
so.
time in this appointed place.
Exactly so.
With Black.
Exactly so. Now, and let's be clear, this is the stuff people say is quote unquote luck.
Yep.
This is the kind of stuff people say is quote unquote coincidence. None of that. That's what it looks like to the untrained eye. But we're talking about leaning into an intention that is so clear and that is so purpose driven that the universe has nothing to do but to align itself to help us manifest that.
And the leaning in, to be clear, is taking action steps.
Exactly so.
Doing the work and allowing. What I'm finding with this particular experience with Blackfulness with you, and also in my personal life, is that when I take one step, as I take one step forward, the universe just opens everything else up.
Sure enough.
And the unfoldment is graceful and easy, and I have everything I need without having. That's why I know I can lean into heavy, the no efforting and the no striving and the
Right.
and the struggle. Not leaning into that because I am seeing that. I'm seeing the grace and ease unfold in our lives right
Right.
now with Blackfulness. Like that's soup. I'm grateful because it helps me understand and to know and trust that we are steaming full speed ahead in the right direction.
Sure enough.
So I couldn't be more grateful for the way that's unfolding.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just have, we, in addition to the fundraising, we just had an investor panel.
Yes,
On
yes,
Friday.
yes. To get together and have our the folks who are advising and part of the team and investing in the whole evolution of the thing, talk about why, like what they're why they're investing. And it always sort of starts out with because they love us, right? You know, because we're lovable.
Come on.
I mean, like, yeah, let's
agree.
go, you know?
Hey.
But really, there's something that only gonna get you so far,
Just that.
right? Like,
They ain't about to get you what they've been giving us.
exactly so. Let's be clear. And so I really love that they were really willing to, and really in a way that I had to stay business because I wanted to kind of just fall into the accepting all the love and all the support that we were just talking about, and I was trying.
I'm glad one of us did because I did not.
David was not.
I pulled it together quickly, but I had a moment where I was like, my heart couldn't take it.
And I was trying to be business. Let me focus. I'm not even sure I heard all of it when they were talking because I was trying to stay focused. But I came back and I was listening to it today, and we're doing a damn thing.
It felt like a warm blanket of love.
Yeah, sure enough.
And not just a love that's no. So if y'all missed it, I was kind of like tapping on Sonia's shoulders. But no, it's a love where we love you, we see you, we respect you, and we know you got this.
Yes.
It's that we know you got this part.
Yeah.
That oh, buddy, it's like okay, it's the extra turbocharge.
Right. Sure enough.
Right. And
Sure enough.
Community, the power of that's a mindfulness practice.
Yeah.
The power of community, and I know that across my entire life, I say this a lot, and I want this to be I want this to be the rule and not the exception. But I don't know what it feels like to not have community,
Right.
to not have support.
Right.
Because at every juncture of my life, I have always had community and people like rooting, and that goes a long way. And
Sure
that's one of the things that we're excited about creating with this app opportunity and our culturally relevant mindfulness content is the space to create community, because not everybody has community.
Sure enough.
And I'm grateful for my community from day one, December 7, 1983. Extra since
1983.
I'm grateful for my village from that point up through this point, because
Sure.
it makes a huge difference, 100%. So I'm grateful for that. We have a dope village.
Yeah,
we have
really
a dope village,
We really
man.
Yeah.
Credentials, compassion,
Yes.
and heart.
Yes.
Come on, man.
All the things. We got all the things. All the things. And I'm grateful for you, David Lee.
Oh my goodness! Don't you do me like this on the air with this? Don't you do that? Don't you do it? I'm grateful for you too. We're gonna leave it right there because I was already wrong Friday. You're not gonna do me twice. Not on this podcast. Nope. We're gonna move on past it. Thank you, and I'm grateful for you as well.
And with that, I think we are done.
Yo. Oh man, look. We love ourselves. We love y'all.
And we love being black.
Woo.
This has been Mindfulness for the Culture.
There you go.